Well, that tidbit of knowledge would have been nice going into it. Well, I guess I haven't placed anything, so there's that. I know what tower I'm using.
Let's make some noise.
I can't clear. Does the map change at all?
What up?
You guys put your dart monkeys up in a very peculiar spot where I cannot place my ice monkey anywhere. Aha! Oh. Yeah, that blended water has a tin etched into it, gives you a hint that towers will be frozen every 10 rounds. Oh, sure does. Oh, and my tower is now frozen. Oh, it's only frozen for 1 round, though. All monkeys, except ice monkeys, freezes and thaws over time. Uh-oh. 2,200 for my upgrade. Roman says this is impossible. We're supposed to believe that balloons are somehow impervious to the harsh cold temperatures, but a ring of fire isn't. Totally makes sense. I mean, for the retrospect of the game, I'm pretty sure selling that dart monkey up front is going to be the strat to place down an ice monkey to get a 204 down at the front. So we just have constant damage going out. Puffy says, what is the second tower that doesn't freeze? I mean, it's the only frozen monkey in the game. The water monkey definitely gonna freeze. That water cold. A spirit? That was a spirit. You guys got me so lost. We lost. Game continued. We will not lose. Now I got my upgrade. There we go. Now I'm gonna be cooking. This ice monkey's got to go though. Whose ice monkey is that? I think it was player 3's when they left.
Look at
That is beautiful.
Mexican crazy lace.
I love that. Yeah, once that thaws out, we're going to sell that ice monkey at the start, and we're going to get down another ice at the beginning. Yeah, but unfortunately, the thorns don't deal damage when frozen. And then it crashes? What is wrong with this game? Because everybody knows once it does this, it never counts down from 20, and we are done. But, Puffy, on the bright side, you should get your Insta Tower back. I would double check that. I spent 200 money to continue. That is also true. I would just check your inventory, see if you got the money back, and then see if you got your Insta Tower back. You definitely should get your Insta Tower back, but the money might be gone. We lost to lag. All right, one more. Get in it. What was it, like 70 millimeters barely?
It's a display size one.
I mean, it's not bad.
And it's like half, like a third.
All right, let's try it one more time. OTT BFR, first come, first serve. BTD battles. 2 had terrible desync and connection issues on release. Yeah, I agree, Bio. I agree. We have one more slot, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to join this stream. I mean, so far, not to hit the AFK algorithm, 103 views with a lot of engagement. It's been a very good stream. No. How many blackboards do y'all have? I think I have like 5, but I don't really have time to grind them because when I'm live, I'm always playing co-op. You know what I said earlier? And 1 gold? What's a gold? But all easy. I have like 20 something. Yeah, but you're like the max high level, Bio. Alrighty, is anybody else going to take the 4th slot? Or I'm just going to run it, because like I said, it's getting pretty late, guys. But while we wait and you guys are in the live, I'm going to refresh. I was at 579, 587. That's not bad. And 6 subs. Let me see. Hold on. 374. Gained 2 since the last refresh. I think people like the balloon videos. I can't wait to make more, guys. This has been absolutely fun. Entertaining, relaxing is more of the word too. I'm not sitting here. I can't play competitive right now. Anyways, I broke my middle finger, but I've seen a few people with all maps blackboarded and all co-ops. Oh, come on, Puffy. I mean, this game has been out for a long while. I don't mind half cash. Gold borders are obtained if you get the red chimps medal instead of the black one. You still need to get all the other medals for the map, but if you go the red medal, exciting during the run, it will be gold. Alright, we got Luminescence, Roman, and Banana. We're playing Hard and Poppable on Glacial Trail. Ready! For real, double cash makes it so easy. Ah, leave me alone. I figured if I was going to play this game and play it a lot on co-op, and I'm a YouTuber, might as well have it. Have fun. Sold a CSGO skin, so it's literally free money. Did you get your Insta Tower back, Puffy? Whoever Luminescent is placed top 50 at boss event. Good look, most likely. I think me and Puffy and L's top 4. Me and Puffy are top. Last time I checked, actually, that should have closed out by now. We were top 6 or 7. So we're doing a druid. I'm gonna place a nice monkey at the beginning. Yeah, I'll take care of the end back here, guys. You guys can have fun up there. Oh, you can. I can't place him here now anyways. Everything's blocked. Oh, you did get... Oh, you did not get back your... Did you get back your Insta Tower, Puffy? You lost your Insta? Bruh. Bruh. No way. Every time I've lost connection, I've gotten back my Insta Towers. That or I had legitimately just a bunch of the same one and I didn't notice. That's crazy. I'm going for a 2-5 druid. Valid build. hate that they never fixed the lobby crash issue even to this day. I agree. I lost a tier 4 insta. I'm almost just as mad as you are, Puffy. Is there any upgrade path for him to see camo balloons? That is a very valid question for us to make it anywhere. I don't have down Eaton to see camo balloons. Where is the ice monkey? Why am I there? There it is. No camo. Nope. And the 200 monkey money spent from the continue. Ice shards and above see camo. We are already losing. Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't see this. I didn't. Yep. You're hiding your tax back there. Cold Snap can see camo as well. Aha! Aha! And camo balloons. Tier 2 path can see camo. Understood. There will be no stream after this match. What is going on? I'll spend the money this time. You spent it last time, but we gotta fix this. The druid freezing is... Do we have another one up here? So we do have two up front. I got mine in the back now, but it's kind of useless right there. I mean, not useless, but look at the ace pilot being frozen, driving around. That's how it works. My Spike Factory got frozen and we died. Should I sell Druid for Ice Monkey? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. This is why they said this map is annoying. This is probably not the map we should have picked. Why does the ace not fall to the ground? Round 26 has zebra balloons. I upgraded my tower in the back, so I got the cryo cannon. Rapidly shoot small ice to bombs over long range. So that should help out a lot. I can't buy anything, so. This might be my least favorite map. Honestly, with how it's going, it's going to be mine too. Low space, big walls, stupid mechanic. All right. Who wants to start it? Because if we fail, this is it. I am too money off. Here. Banana. Puff. Take my money. I will send money. KBG, sup, dude? You joining late? This is gonna be my last one. Been on for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, but not gonna lie. The video that I posted yesterday, basically today, is popping off really well. It's doing good, getting quite a few subs. The stream was a banger. Yeah, just finished Borderlands 3. Nice. What else? Somebody set a new record, and then Luminescence came in, and I'm pretty sure has set the highest record that's going to be very, very hard to beat. So I got 2 more videos I can edit and post. My buddy helped me out, and I went and got a speed editor for DaVinci Resolve, which allowed me to get Studio as well. I need 3,100. This is getting close. All of our towers are frozen. 250 Spike Factory could be good. I mean, it's going to get frozen either way. Player 4 is Ice Monkey. How much money you have? Player 4, Luminescent. She knows what she's doing. Let her ride it out. Nim says, hey, Josh. Hey, wife. The wife is already laid down. I don't know. It's just been an exhausting day for us today. We did like 3 hours of driving, and then I did like 3 hours of trying to learn more DaVinci Resolve, and my head is absolutely fried from that. Nice. I thought about moving to DaVinci Resolve. I 120,000% recommend it. Like, I hate Adobe products. Sony Vegas doesn't exist anymore, and I just like the studio aspect of it. And for the fact that the free version is fire. I have Studio now, and I've unlocked so much stuff that blows my mind. I don't know how well it's going to do with me doing gaming content, or like how much money I'm going to get out of it, or like, but a lot of stuff is very good for it, with it. A lot of the stuff I see is, I mean, it's a movie software, right? That's what it's geared for. Oh, Lord, here we go. Everything's frozen again. And a lot of the upgrades and all the high-powered stuff is, from what I've seen, is definitely geared towards actual people, like vlogs and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here for a second. That is literally, you can only place like what, 3 towers? What is this? What is this map? And you can't clear these? He can't even. Oh my gosh. We're so toast. Currently get a lifetime license before they did away with that. We need to MIB Ice Monk so we can hit zebras. We need to MIB Ice Monk so we can hit zebras. What? I want to get an editing software, but it's so daunting. It's one of those things, like, it's always overwhelming when you first start, but dude, YouTube and Google is going to be your best friend. Within a week, you'll learn so much, and then everything just becomes easy. And then, like, I've been using DaVinci Resolve for a little over a year, and I've learned so much. And now that I have Studio, I'm basically I'm not relearning a new program, but I just have so many more tools at my disposal. Let me slow this down. I got to read chat. There's a lot of people talking in chat. What if we sell and rebuy our towers like around 85 and 90 to dodge the freeze? I don't know. I just find it funny that the Ice Monkey can't pop zebra balloons. Also, it's funny I can't place any more towers on this map. Like, I literally can't fit another tower right here. The Druid can't. Maybe if the Druid squeezed over, maybe? Maybe if that one was placed better, I might be able to fit it behind them. Definitely can't fit one there. Spike Factory's moved over as far as possible. Got the Wizard Monkey up there. Can't place anything under the bridge. Yeah, this map is cursed. Making use of the fact that wizards can see through walls. 1. I thought about that. I literally picked up a wizard earlier, but like it's just going to keep getting frozen. Okay, I thought the game crashed. I was about to lose it. Or does it do that? Look, look, look! I can barely touch the map. I'm gonna save that money for the icicle impale. I'm done. I'm done trying to read. My brain's not working today. There's the zebra towers. Zebra towers. See? Let me see something. Just for the giggles. Nope. And literally can't see past anything in there. I thought we lost. I don't like this map. Puffy, why did you make me pick this map? I know it's hard, but why did you make me pick it? So far, I don't think my Wizards is frozen, but he's also hasn't been put down for more than top 10 rounds. I didn't make it do anything. I also said Raven, so good thing about the Spirit of the Forest is also making money. Correct. I haven't seen the Wizard freeze yet, so... Ah! Spoke too soon. My base dead already. Wow. Battery life is impeccable on these. He is not tier 5 up there. That'll help a lot too once you get tier 5 on that. Player 4 doesn't even have tier 5 unlocked. Or maybe that's me. Okay, it's not. Kids on Mount Everest. Puffy says, bio, should we get permaspike? Does it actually last if it's frozen? If it does, I would agree. I'm kind of just waiting for Impale. She's the highest icicle in the damage most of the class balloons. And freezes them. I don't know how good he is back here, though. I wonder what the tier 2 was. Snowstorm, Ice Shards. Oh my gosh. Hey, on the bright side, my Wizard Monkey is putting in more damage than my Ice Monkey has. Says I love all the different Moab skins. I like the pizza. I mean, I'm assuming if I do the Impale, which we still don't have at the start, which would actually be huge, it should do more damage to balloons, right? As well. Watermelon. Watermelon. Smog is best skin. I thought about it. I just like the pizza. Also, I don't have enough trophies. I've only played this game for 4 weeks. I've only had 200 trophies to use. I think the first week I didn't even do the Odyssey event, so. He still does not have tier 5. He can't even unlock tier 5. What is that Spike Factory going to do over there? 3. Roman? What's that? Are you just doing it for experience or what? The ability still reaches? What ability? Oh, the storm? Maybe. Ha! Very good. When it's not frozen. Very good, much wow. You just had to put that monkey ace right there where I can't put my wizard. You just had to. All of our towers are frozen. Not my factory. There we go. Now we got tier 5 up there. Now we got the tier 5 there as well. I got my tier 5 back here. Okay, I've got 2 wizards back here with a little bit of range. They're trying their best. Alrighty, we're on round 89. We know what happens at round 90. Bah, bah, bah. Alright, we made it past round 90. We'll see at round 94 with those quick balloons, and then round 95 with all the DDT. So far, it is looking so good. I am curious of something. If I can find where it is. And you can't. Of course. KBG, let's go! I think we got it somehow. I don't think it's going to reach. Yeah, that wizard monkey is not going to reach, brother. Oh my gosh! My ice monkey just saved it. All of our towers are frozen. Look at that. Frozen, frozen, frozen. Round 96. Pointless. This map is horrible. I mean, it's a challenge. We're all invested. We must see how it ends. Why are you disappearing? Why are you disappearing? Oh, you just can't be placed there. Noted. Oh my gosh. Let me get you back down, please. Look at the others. Thank you. Alright. So I got 3 wizard monkeys. 3 wizard monkeys looking over back here. My eyes for safety. 99. Level 100, boys. GG. Let's see how it goes. I think we're good. We're solid. We're Gucci'd. Insta monkey. Monkey Buccaneer. 023. Not the mad. Not the bad. No damage. A little bit of damage. A lot of damage. Roman. Put in work. Luminescence disconnected? When did you disconnect, Bio? 500k XP away from veteran 22. Oh, or did you just immediately leave once the game was over? Boss event phase. Oh, that. How do I see my? How do I? English. Oh my gosh. How do you see your rewards? It's like a reward from that boss event. Oh, I just left everyone. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm not free playing it. Well, how do you see your oh my god, I'm struggling. Your rewards from the boss, or is it just you get what it equals? Boss event phase. Check while the boss is active. Oh, I just want to see my reward. I should like a reward. I want to see what I placed. Oh, a new Odyssey event. Yay! That might be what I might do on my next stream. Because I got plenty of editing to do during the day. You guys have been absolute legends. I love that you guys come and hang out with me and play balloons almost every time I go live now. You guys have been great. KBG, I'm glad you joined in. Tell them I said hi. Puffy, Bio, Julie. Julie, you're new. Welcome in. Just make sure you hit that scrub button. Who else is in here? Roman. I might have seen you in here before. Not 100% sure, but thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoyed playing with us. She says hi. You could just spam towers. But I look forward to making these 2 videos. I'm going to try my best to do better on the intros. And then I'm going to actually edit the gameplay. I know for that first guy, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to, like, really sell the whole community farming thing about how the power-ups are, like, 100%, like, in this challenge. And then I might boast a hint towards a new farming challenge with no powers. No instas, no double cash. That might be in the books on the intro for the first video, and then bio video, bro. I'm going to take my time with editing that one to make sure the intro is perfect for that one. Make sure it's 100% watchable. The previous guy could have remained on top. All he had to do was instead use 3,000 cash drops. I don't know, because the only thing he hasn't verified really is if he used. Let me Google it real quick. Balloon tower defense 6. Monkey. There isn't a reliable in-game method to generate unlimited monkey money in blue tower vehicles. While some players might refer to exploits or glitches, these often involve actions that violate the game's services and can lead to account issues or loss of progress. Hacking or cheating, infinite monkey money, that's just cheating. Infinite monkey money glitch. Most monkey money possible in the shortest amount of time, so instead of farming maps for BP, you can just use this. Honestly, it'd be fine if cash drops just didn't count for income. I kind of agree, but at the same time, if you use 40,000 cash drops, and then you have a huge leg up at the beginning of the game. But honestly, with what you did, Bio, I don't think it's going to be beatable. I got to see what Puffy has in store. But moving forward, after I edit your 2 videos, I think I'm going to, like, next stream, start the no double cash, the no powers, no instant towers. I mean, really, it would be no, to make it the ultimate challenge, regardless of your rank. No monkey knowledge. I don't know. See, like, I feel like monkey knowledge is, it has to have it. It has to have it. Cast drop spam is a good alternative in case you don't have good instas. I mean, that's where I'm at too. Because like somebody could come in here and drop 20 level 5. I don't think you can drop level 5s, but like, you know what I'm saying? Drop 20 level 4 towers. They can just have it. And because they have so many towers right from round 1 generating that much cash. But I don't know. I'll post it in Discord, get your guys' opinion about moving forward with the next challenge about monkey knowledge, double cash. Definitely no powers, but on the boat about the double cash and monkey knowledge. I might take away double cash just for the simple fact of you have to buy that with actual money. And then monkey knowledge would be on the table because if you're not max level or high level like us or bought the right trees, you don't have the same advantage. So I don't know. Whatever the community says goes. I know it's my channel, but it's a community-driven effort. So I've been rambling. And as far as I see, there's no real actual monkey money glitch, so I don't know. And like you guys did the math, it's not that hard to generate $150,000 in cash, especially. I mean, me and Puffy both seen it. He is extremely good at boss events. He is extreme, like he's insane. So his knowledge of the game is very good. So if if all he does is grind boss events when they're up, you get a lot of cash from that. So I'm really just confused as to what that guy would dump all his money into cash drops of all things. I have no idea. Because he did make the comment, because he said he bought all the cash drops just for the challenge. But not 100% sure. But for the giggles, for the live, since you guys care and you guys love me so much, I was at 587 since I last refreshed, and I'm at 594. It's still going up. A lot of watch hours. That's pretty good. 6 subs from it. Have I gained any new subs? I have not, but that is okay. No new comments to reply to, except for that using instant monkeys make everything you do unimpressive and boring. From Doo-Doo Mans. Gotta love those comments. I think it's not smart to use all that one go like that. You really just need enough to get them all rolling. Agreed. Obviously, you've seen with your run. Julie says, do know Burden Rules 27. Do know. Brenna. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Brianna Rules. He's going to have to grind back a lot if he wants to replace what he did again. I agree. But that's what, I mean, me and Puffy have said this whole time. It's kind of the whole point of that series was if you had enough, set the record. But the big thing was no glitching, and that was our concern. Obviously, the count was validated. He sent the screenshots. I don't think he's cheating. His count's not flagged from what I can see. And the only thing that was sus to me, he was also playing on a phone, so he probably had really bad connection, so it wouldn't even start the game, but that was pretty much it. Julie, I'm still sitting here real quick, so if you want to invite me, I can see if I can join for you, but I'm not going to play another game. I mean, if you went into all that to extent, you think he'd try harder? I agree, too. He didn't optimize anything, and he kind of just blew through it. But either way, still another video. There's going to be a lot of controversy on it. I'm going to do my best to make an intro for it. I'm going to let everybody just basically blast in the comments. And then pretty much save yours as a cherry on top until Puffy comes in or somebody thinks they can beat it. And then probably next week, since my daughter starts school Tuesday, I'll have more time during the day, during the week as well. So I'll probably be live more during the day than I am at night, even though it's like a nighttime thing, I think. But everybody works during the day, but I'll have more time on my hands starting next week. I won't have my daughter in the house for 8 hours a day. It's going to be so nice. Click play social. What you need? Oh. Joining on Mary has invited you into the game. There you go, Mary. It joined. So it works. Mary, like I said, I'm not going to play another game. But thank you guys so much for your love and support. I appreciate you guys coming and hang out like you guys always do. You guys have been absolutely great, fantastic. I love your guys' support. Again, we'll chat in the Discord, set up some new rules for the new farming battle, because that's going to spark a lot more lot less controversy, just more pure competition. Nim, hi, good night. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, this has been Balloon Tower Defense 6. My name's Joshua. I'll see you in the Discord. Peace. Put these down real quick, at least they can have them. Boop. Alright. Love you, bye!
Lock your doors and hide under your bed all you want. It won't protect you from a menace on the loose. A maniac at large that not even SpongeBob could catch. Mass surveillance, control, and censorship. It's now at our doorstep here. A place many have called home. YouTube. They've just announced they're rolling out AI in the US to detect if users are actually under 18, ignoring whatever the account's stated age is, and will apply restrictions to users it suspects are teens. And if it suspects that you are not over 18, it will restrict what you have access to, and the only way to overturn that is by providing identification. That sounds awfully familiar. Does that ring any bells to anyone out there, you know, with what's going on over in the UK at the moment? I would certainly hope so. If it doesn't, go give your doctor a huge pat on the ass and tell him that the lobotomy was very successful, because you have lost all fucking brain function. It's now US citizens' turn to have the piss sucked from their balls here, and all privacy completely thrown in the shitter. So, if YouTube's AI tools think that you're under 18, I hope you're ready to fork over your ID in order to continue to access certain YouTube content and features. When YouTube determines a user is teen or preteen, the site will disable personalized advertising, activate digital well-being features, and put stricter content filters as well as behavioral restrictions into place. Basically, YouTube will pop its titty into your mouth and breastfeed you here because your parents aren't fucking raising you. What a joyful, pleasant future where these greasy, greedy, ghoulish corporations are now going to be LARPing as your parental figures, deciding what you can and cannot access based on their estimation of your age. Because no longer are parents even expected to be parents anymore. The internet is now that. My papa is a fucking YouTube algorithm. It tells me what I can watch, what I'm allowed to consume. It's so fucking infuriating. The only thing here that makes any level of sense is like disabling personalized ads for kids, which is something I'm pretty sure the YouTube Kids app already does. Which, again, I don't even know why that app exists anymore with this effect, with this change going into effect. It's now just a redundancy if they're going to polymorph the main YouTube platform into basically catering to kids on it as well. It's fucking lunacy. It is not YouTube's responsibility to put the bumpers up in the bowling lane. The onus should be on the parents to ensure that their kids are not consuming harmful content on YouTube. It is crazy that YouTube is doing this. So, they're using AI, which will assess a user's age via multiple behavioral factors, including what kind of videos the user searches for, the categories of videos they watch, and how long the account has been active per its blog post, which is very vague and also going to lead to so many accounts getting flagged as being under 18 that definitely are not. There are so many people in the Pokemon community, for example, that are adults. In fact, pretty much everybody that does Pokemon content online is like late 20s and early 30s at this point. That is like entirely an adult market, but it is a child's IP. Like, it is an IP that is catering towards kids. So pretty much anyone that searches for like Pokemon cards, Pokemon Showdown, really anything even adjacent to that, or like Nintendo games, like any gamers that play Nintendo games, all of those will be like a strike against them that could end with their account being deemed like under 18 or something. It's going to be absolute chaos, I imagine. This technology will allow us to infer a user's age and then use that signal regardless of the birthday in the account to deliver our age-appropriate product experiences and protections. If the AI estimation is incorrect, YouTube says it will allow a user to verify their age with a credit card, a government ID, or a selfie. Wow, what saints. You get the privilege of providing your identification or your biometric data to YouTube in order to prove that you are actually over 18. Surely that's going to be like really secure and it's not going to be used for any kind of like tracking or anything like that. Don't be ridiculous. Fucking tinfoil condom conspiracy theorist. There's nothing wrong with forking over all of your identification and your credit card information to corporations or the government directly, so that way they can actively monitor you and censor you and basically control what you have access to. What's the big deal? It's so absurd, man. I cannot believe how quickly this is getting out of control. Like I told you, it was not exclusive to just the UK. It is already touched down here and it hasn't even been a week. It hasn't even been a week. That snowball has already become a full fucking shitstorm avalanche. It is terrible. It's scary. It's very scary. This article also mentions something else. The rollout of the new feature comes one day after Australia's government announced it would ban children under 16 from using YouTube, and less than a week after UK implemented the sweeping age checks on content on social media networks. YouTube was promised an exemption from Australia's social media ban last year by the then communications minister, but the Australian government said on Monday that the platform would in fact be included in the country's ban on children under 16 using social networks. The ban is slated to take effect in December. Google, YouTube's parent company, strenuously advocated against the Australian ban and has threatened to sue to overturn it. That subject they mentioned there about the Australian government banning kids from making social media accounts is a topic that I briefly touched on like a year ago. But in a nutshell, this is something I've said a lot. The entire landscape of social media has changed so much over the last decade, drastically, where I do think it is downright dangerous and detrimental for kids to just have unlimited access to things like Twitter, for example. So, I do think that it's not exactly a good thing to just have kids making social media accounts and just fucking rotting away on them. I do think that that is harmful, but there is no way of actually stopping that in a way that doesn't step on everyone's freedoms. And at the time, it just didn't even really dawn on me because the way it was being spoken about was just like, oh, don't worry, the methods we're coming up with are, we're making sure privacy is still top of mind. We don't want to encroach on that. We're just trying to think of ways to, help kids not get, sucked into social media degeneracy and all of that. And it, when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that, makes sense. But when you really stop to think about it and you
Middle school is just an awkward place, bro. Middle school dances, awkward. Middle school speeches, awkward. And middle school relationships, in my experience, is the most awkward thing on the face of this planet. I mean, the girl's a whole foot taller, got a deeper voice, and shit, she could probably bench more than you, lil' bro. I hate to break it to you, but you don't got a girlfriend. You are the girlfriend, bro. Middle school just occurs at the craziest time in a teenager's life, because motherfuckers is just getting slapped by puberty out of nowhere. You'll be walking down the halls and see a bunch of kids who look fresh out of daycare. Then all of a sudden you'll see a grown-ass man built like Shaquille O'Neal thumping his way down to math class. And attendance in middle school was looking like, Matthew, here. George, present. Daisy, here. Owen, here. Dude's balls would be dropping halfway through presenting their speech, and this is specifically why
Why dinosaurs went
What the
extinct?
fuck? And in middle school, nobody had drip. Like, dudes would be showing up to school in a neon green t-shirt paired with some bright red shoes looking like a fucking traffic light. Well, their haircuts looking like their barber cut their shit with one hand, well blindfolded. But to be fair, everyone had a shitty haircut in middle school, bro. And if you think your cut wasn't that bad in middle school, chances are your shit's probably still ass to this day. And just to make things worse, the cherry on top is that everybody's got acne. There's just all these hormones flying around and these kids have no clue what to do with them, which is exactly why middle school beef is unmatched, bro. Motherfuckers will be throwing hands for no reason at all. And I don't know how, but somehow even the fights were awkward. It would be like, hey pal, I heard you sat beside my crush in class today. So what? You want to fight about it? I mean, like if you wanted to. That, like, I'm not scared. Like, yeah, we can fight. Okay, let's freaking go, pussy. Fuck, I wasn't ready. Sorry, was that too soon? No shit, Sherlock. Okay, you can hit me back so we're even. But if two dudes were throwing hands and their crush is watching, they're about to fight to the death. But the thing is about middle school fights, I didn't know this was possible, but somehow both motherfuckers end up losing the fight. I remember one lunch at my middle school, a dude whipped out some boxing gloves for no reason at all, and all of a sudden we're running a whole fight club. Kids would be betting their lunch money on who's gonna win and shit, but we never laid down any ground rules. So one day, JJ hit Timmy with a spinning back fist and put his ass to sleep. And I'm hyped because I just doubled my lunch money, but Mr. Principal didn't seem too hyped to see one of his students knocked out on the ground. So of course JJ gets in trouble because he's just that one kid who's always in trouble but never got expelled. Like, I could have swore dude was on his third strike 5 strikes ago. But man, middle school had some characters, bro. There was that one guy that would walk through the halls, blast the music on his speaker, the kid who used to sit in his chair like this, the dude who hit puberty and midlife at the same time.
Mr. Donaldson, can I get some help on the subtraction?
Help on the subtraction? You look more like you need help on your taxes.
No, subtraction's just hard for me.
During recess, do you go check on the wife and kids?
No, I just play on the monkey bars.
Tell me, how do you manage to be in middle school and work a 9-to-5 job at the same time? The girl who thinks she's a horse, the emo kid, catch him in the back of the class with his hoodie tied up watching sad Bart Simpson edits, the kid who had to touch the top of the door frame before entering a room, girls who have to bring their Starbucks cup everywhere, the dude who's constantly emoting, and in order to find the answer, we can make a grid. Did someone say gritty? Right foot creep, ooh, walking with the heat. Of course, there's the kid who Naruto runs through the hallway, and then there's that weird ass kid who accidentally called his social studies teacher mom one time. It was probably an accident though. Fuck! And I have no idea why, but there's something about teaching middle school that had all these teachers going through a midlife crisis. I remember one day our science teacher was teaching us about rainbows. Does anyone know what a rainbow is? Yes, Jaden. Refraction of light through water droplets. Oh wow, that's right. How did you know that? Reddit. Oh, okay. Where did you read it? Reddit. Yeah, but where did you read it? Reddit. Jaden, I can't do this right now. Just tell me where you found this information. Reddit? God damn it, Jackson. You're the reason my children get their shit whooped every night. Now, I don't know what she had going on in her life, but the way she broke down talking about beating her children to a group of 12-year-olds really gave me the impression that she shouldn't be teaching middle schoolers, bro. And I don't know who was in charge of hiring these teachers, but I also had a deaf teacher, which, you know, it's cool and all, but it did make it a little bit harder considering the fact that, you know, she was the fucking music teacher, not to mention the fact that she was also half blind. And I think the idea there was that she could somehow feel the vibrations of the guitar or something, which didn't seem to work too well considering the fact that I got a fucking A in music and I can't play the guitar for shit, but I guess I just like I smelled good or something. I don't know. And I don't know about y'all's experiences, but I feel like kids were just mad touchy in middle school. Like, you'd be sitting in math class minding your own business, then for no reason at all, a motherfucker would tase you in the side of the ribs. And I remember when kids first learned about these pressure points, it was all fun and games. Someone would just poke you in the ribs like, pressure point, that tickles. Then there would be a new pressure point dropping every week. It got to the point where these 12-year-olds were hitting pressure point combinations and paralyzing your legs and shit. Hey bro, let me try this new pressure point on you. Yeah, sure, go for it. It tickles. And it was the same shit with this game. Like, you really couldn't trust anybody, bro. Yo, what's that on my leg? Shit. Got him. Oh, shit. There's a bug on you. God damn it. Dumbass. Oh, fuck. I just broke my leg. Bro, I'm not stupid. You didn't just break your leg. No. I'm serious, bro. I promise. On everything. On my entire life. I just broke my leg. Look. Bro, I remember I got punched so many times. My arm was on life support. It was about to fall off. Like... And thinking back to middle school, there's just so many things that make me cringe, bro. But by far the cringiest of them all is the relationships, man. And believe it or not, I had my fair share of middle school relationships. I remember one day I was sitting in class and this girl came up to me and said, Chains, I have a crush on you. And that's really all it took to have a young Chains in love. Head over heels. We went to the movies together. We went to my house and watched movies. Well, we went to her house and we also watched movies. Now that I think about it, all we really did was watch movies. We didn't really talk that much. I mean, I didn't really have a way with my words at the age of 12. So, do you like movies? Yeah. Yeah, I like movies too. That's why we're here.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to yet another episode of Daily Dose of Stupid. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of
Alright, testing, about to do the video right now. I suggest the video of your first day of middle school. The lockers, not being able to find classes, periods, and any other things that happened to you on that day. Well, your wish is my command. I already did a first day of school video, but that story was more revolved around 6th and 8th grade. Not 6th grade where I was first entering middle school. Hey, nothing wrong with a sequel or a prequel. Let me know what this is in the comments. When I was in elementary school, I would hear so many rumors about middle school that would make me have a panic attack. Dude, apparently the teachers are really strict, and if you fail their class, they'll shove you in a locker for 24 hours. Wait, what? And before you go into the school, they must shave your head bald. Really? And the worst one of all, no more recess. Okay, that last one was actually true. So that summer before middle school, I was so nervous. Everything I would do, I would just think about all the torture coming this fall. And you know what didn't help at all? Well, in June, I received this big envelope in the mail. Dear Jorge, we're excited that you'll be joining our school in the fall. Inside, you will find a packet with your summer work that you must have completed by the first day of school. Yep. Summer ruined. And the packet was huge. I had to read 5 books. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type to procrastinate really badly. No, like horribly. I left all of my work for the last 2 weeks of summer. And those weeks were brutal since I was doing the work 24/7. I literally had to say no to plans in order to finish up the work. Jorge, you wanna go to a pool? I can't. I don't wanna end up inside a locker. Yep, summer schoolwork isn't fun. But now let's fast forward a little to the night before the first day of school. I finally finished reading my 5th book. And your boy had some new clothes. Oh, I was so ready to tackle middle school. I feel like I blend in with the brick wall. Is that just me? Ow, my elbow. But again, I was saying my final goodbyes the night before the first day of school. So long hair. Yeah, I was saying goodbye to my hair. And I remember walking to the school that first day really nervous. I think every new 6th grader was nervous, because you just feel that tension in the building. And before we walked into our classes, we had an assembly in the auditorium for the new 6th graders. And everybody was nervous. Is this the part where they cut our hair? I don't know. Hello, new class. Welcome to middle school. And no, we're not gonna shave your heads. Whew. Thank God. Yeah, don't fall for those rumors. Cause one of our buddies may have been a little too convinced. What? I was already a step ahead. Dang, Victor, you really screwed yourself over. Anyways, after the assembly, they assigned us lockers. And I never opened a locker before in my life. And of course, I was so confused. The dial felt like a Rubik's Cube. I have a better chance getting a girlfriend than figuring this thing out. The teachers were then helping, and one by one, kids were figuring them out. But you also have that one kid who thinks they're better than everyone else because they have prior experience. It's not that hard. I've done this like 100 times already. One of you guys watching this is like that. You're probably like, Jorge, it's not that hard. Be quiet. I was just dumb, okay? Anyways, now we had to find our classes. And that was brutal as well. Because when the class would end, a bell would ring. But 3 minutes later, another bell would ring to say the next class has started. And if you're not in your class before that second bell, you're late. So those 3 minutes in between those 2 bells would be a free-for-all. Oh my God, oh my god, run, 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 run. Everybody was running, as if we were trying to not get eliminated. What is this, Fall Guys? Anyways, there was this one class where I did have to run to, and it was my art class, which was after my English class. English class was on the first floor, and my art class was on the third floor, the top floor, but it was also on the other side of the building. So I would use that bell as a timer to start running. All right, Jorge, you got this. Come on, warm up, warm up. Ah! Hey, look at that 6th grader running. Yeah, 7th and 8th graders, they were brutal. Pinche mosca. And I would be so out of breath for my art class. And there was one more thing that didn't help. My school would cheap out so much. We didn't have AC. And the weather here in early September can be very brutal. Oh, it would be humid in the classrooms and everybody would be sweating. And after running for 3 minutes straight with the flannel and jeans and a heavy backpack on, man, I was in the wrong place. I should have been on Survivor. Anyways, lunch was the best part of the day. My favorite subject. I found this group of 6th graders to sit with, and some I already recognized from earlier classes. And we were all exhausted and some already had stories. Bro, I tripped when I was running to my Spanish class. Oof, ¿qué pasó? And that was the start to everlasting friendships. We had so many crazy experiences at the cafeteria. And let me know if you want to hear those stories. And although some crazy things happened that first day of school, at least I was able to keep my hair. Cling! Cling, cling, cling! Yes, sir! Follow the Instagram and the Twitch. I'm actually gonna be going live a lot now.
Hi, guys. Bye, guys.
Testing, testing, here we go, new video, let's go. All right, where do I begin with this one? Because you might as well just grab some popcorn. You got a snack? No? I'll wait. Cool? All right, let's begin. School bathrooms, more specific. These candies have existed for centuries. However, no one really knows their names or where they came from. They literally just spawn out of nowhere. And I'm convinced grandma candies aren't bought, they're inherited. You know, family heirlooms that taste like Vicks Vapor Rub. Freaking Vaporu. And these can only be found in a coffee table bowl in the middle of a grandma's living room. I've talked about these in the past, like in a short or two, but I'm only scratching the surface. Let's talk about the first one. These are called strawberry bonbons. Yeah, I had to look up the name, because there seriously has to be a store for people only 65 and up. Call it senior discount or something, because that's where butterscotch candies,
You know that feeling of chilling during summer and then you realize it's August 1st and that you got school in the next 2 weeks? Your mom takes you to Walmart just to get some groceries, to help her with some groceries, and you see the back to school aisle. Nah, that was always tragic. What made it worse was when your mom would look at you and be like, "Do you need anything for school?" That aisle, bro, it would just be there in the middle of the Walmart, just stocked with pencils, erasers, notebooks. A tragic reminder. I felt like a slave back in the day looking at the slave master crack his whip, but he was hitting nothing. That's kind of how I feel about seeing the back to school aisle. You know, I was still on break, but it was just there in the back of my head. It was low-key hard to kind of enjoy the rest of your summer after that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Going back to school really wasn't even that bad. The first like 2 days were all right. The third day sucks. And then school just randomly gets weird over in like April. No, actually I would say more like March. You know, I actually forgot April existed my senior year of high school. I was in honors English, bro, and we started this 10-page essay for our final paper. And she was going over the schedule for this paper, and I just saw April on there, and I was like, oh my god. We're not done after this month? Because you know, once you reach May, you're basically done. That's about when school is already done. This video is about the starting of school. Let's run it back. Run that back all the way to kindergarten, bro. The first day of kindergarten was cool. Then on the second day, you're like, man, we gotta do this every day. For how many years after this? 12? Are you serious? Nah. Now I see why kids was crying during kindergarten, bro. They knew how bad it was. But the first day of school, right, schedules. I remember before social media and smartphones being accessible, you would usually have to talk to your friend about what they have on their schedule the first day. I remember going up to your homies and being like, hey, what you got? What you got? Let me see. Let me see. Drop your draws. Wait, what? In high school, we just shared them over social media. Usually you like send a picture of your schedule to your homie. But there are the homies that when you get to school, you forgot to like tell them, or you guys weren't that close or something, and you'd be like, hey, what you got? What you got? Drop your draws. The first day fit, bro. We cannot not talk about this. Everybody had to look right on the first day. A lot of people would go all out on their first day fit. Like dudes would come in suits and shit. Okay, I don't know. I can't remember if anybody's actually gone that excessive, but that seems like something somebody would do. And for us dudes, for some reason, the fit always revolved around the shoes. On the first day of school, usually you had to come in with your new pair of shoes. And parents understood this. That's why they buy you the shoes. I feel like they probably created that trend. I could probably make an entire video on school fashion, but y'all remember the icebreakers they had us do on the first day? This one time we were doing the tell 3 interesting things about you thing, and when I said mine, the teacher said it didn't count. What? We refereeing this shit now? Like, what you mean it doesn't count? First day of school fights, always tragic. Somebody's either getting snuck up on or they just throw right down in the first day. Man, it happens like the first second too. Like it either happens the first second or on site. You know what I mean? Like they see them in the third passing period and it's just on site. My philosophy is that it starts with a dude talking stuff on social media, and then the guy he's talking stuff on sees it and is looking at it with his homeboys and is like, man, I'm gonna come up when I see him. And then his homeboys hear that, and they spread that down the wetworks, and now everybody knows. Yeah, so there was the fights, the fits, and the schedules. What are we missing? The seating charts? That shit was whack. You never sit next to your friends, bro. If I was sitting next to my friends, we would have had collaboration, coordination. We would have gotten done with all trials and all tribulations and every math equation. And if you do sit next to your homie, best believe you're gonna get moved within the next few days. Like, you ever get sat next to your homie and you guys had to pretend like you're not even that good friends so you don't get moved? And you know that look you be giving your homie after he gets moved? Homie's just getting moved like 20 feet away and he looks back at you like he's just sacrificing his life.
Back to school is the most dreadful, gut-wrenching time of the entire year.
I truly hate it.
Don't get me started on the say your name and 3 fun facts about yourself. Alright, let me cook real quick. So my name's Ninye. I like money, weed, and Drake.
Oh, Drizzy. Oh, Drake, I love you.
And then I proceed to get socially exiled and end up holeless on day 1 for yet another year. Back to school always starts when you see the advertisements towards the end of summer with those white kids dancing around, taunting you that the school year is coming. You can't even enjoy the time off without these little squirts, without these little thwads maliciously looming over you with their evil. Once it's actually time for the school year, you gotta wake up at like 6 a.m., even though that's probably when you've been going to bed the entire summer, especially the night before the school year's first day. For some reason, we all have a collective experience of suffering in our beds trying to sleep for like 4 hours. You wake up feeling more deprived than ever, and the sound of your alarm clock ringing just makes it worse. Then you gotta sit at the edge of your bed and be like, God damn, I can't do this again, bro. After you feel the pain of knowing it's gonna be another year of the actual prison the American public high school system is, you gotta put on your cleanest Yeezys for that first day fit. The first day outfits have to go hard. The moment when you have all your clothes laid out on your bed the day prior, it's a hopeful time. It makes you think the trauma of last year won't be remembered. But once you go downstairs for some delicious cinnamon toast crunch, the most terrible thing happens. You start to hear the sounds of school buses driving around. I feel like it's not talked about enough how just the sound of these buses causes so much pain. I've been conditioned to relate this pain to the sound of buses. It's been about 4 thwads of ass since I've been in school, but I still get that sinking feeling when the school buses start start to drive around again. And you already know you gotta take your first day of school pics for your mom simply out of respect for the game. Then when you finish and take one last look in the mirror to see how you look, it just never comes together the way you want, bruh. But you can't waste any time looking in the mirror like that because the fear of missing the bus is crushing. If you miss that bus, you might as well jump into traffic because what happens at home when your mom finds out will probably be worse. During the bus ride, if you nod off for just 1 second and your head touches the window, it's gonna pound your skull into dust. And there is no air conditioning in the buses, so if you live somewhere hot, you'll sweat terribly the entire ride and smell like dog water by the time you get to school. When you pull up and lay eyes on school for the first time in months, you gotta be prepared to see some of the most downright abysmal fits some of these kids wear. Every school has the highlighter freshman. It's like, where do these kids even spawn from? Why is there always a highlighter kid at school? And then there's the army kid in all camouflage tactical gear. He's probably named Brian and he wears glasses with the band that wraps all the way around his head. Bro is really dressed for the worst possible scenario. Then we got the army kid who always wears the Ushanka fur hat and thinks that Soviet Russia is the coolest thing in the world. Dude is a literal 14-year-old. How can you be that much into war and politics? He doesn't even know the world outside of his mom's house. Like, get a job, little bro. When the first bell rings, finding your classes will make you feel like you're searching for the One Piece. I swear I'm always so lost, but I might just be directionally challenged because I can remember some years when I needed my schedule guide for like 2 months after the year started. And because of that, I more times than not walk into my class a few minutes late. And when you walk into class late, everyone just stares at you. Everyone will simultaneously eye you down like they're all 6-foot light skins with baby blue eyes staring into the depths of your soul. Once class actually starts, I won't lie, in my opinion, the first day goes hard. I always forget that it's just going over the syllabus on day one. I walk in there expecting hard manual labor. So when I get to just sit down and tune out, I've always been a big fan of that. Along with the syllabus, you've also got to do the dreaded icebreakers. You cannot tell me these have ever been effective at breaking any ice. Just thinking about these gives me anxiety and depression. In my freshman year of high school, we had to do 2 truths and 1 lie for our icebreakers, and I don't know what my truths were, but I remember saying that my lie was that I killed people. I lacked social awareness, bruh. I wanted to make an out-of-pocket joke, but I think it just gave off a bad impression. The icebreakers did the exact opposite for me. It was yet again another year of me being holeless from day one. I've been saying this, the stakes of icebreakers are just way too high for the little to no reward you get from them. Once lunch comes, it can be truly the best time of the day for you or the worst depending on your situation. The sophomore and up experience ain't all that bad because you get some time to catch up with the people you didn't see all summer. But the freshman year experience is like getting thrown into a war zone lobby. You don't know anyone, so you're either eating alone or gambling your life sitting with a stranger. Yo, what's up, big man?
Oh, just eating. I'm just eating food.
Oh, damn, that sounds tasty. That sounds tasty. What are you eating?
Bologna sandwich.
Damn, bologna sandwich. That's fire.
Thanks, man.
And I swear, somehow dudes always end up fighting each other at lunch on the first day. How this happens is beyond me. It's like these 2 dudes have been training all summer for the inevitability of
Going back to school. Yeah, it sucks. No one wants to do it unless you're Nielsen over there. Well, actually, I'll have you know that I love school. Don't make me knock out those goddamn buck teeth of yours. So yeah, unless you're that guy, no one wants to go back to school. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. I mean, the first day of school in itself is just awful. And we're gonna prepare ourselves for the pointless knowledge that we're gonna learn all year and literally forget in like 2 days. A lot of people say they can't sleep when they're going back to school. I mean, me, I just knock right out. I mean, in high school, I couldn't sleep, but now I don't give a fuck. Then I wake up to an alarm, bro, and that just pisses me off already. We're already off to a bad start. Like, I saw G Grimy talk about this in his video. Literally, everyone just fucking stares at the wall. I don't know why. It's just like a tradition. Like, I was staring down the wall like it was my op or some shit, bro. Then eventually, like 5-10 minutes later, I snap out of it and I get in the shower. And then I get out of the shower and I try to walk into school with the drippiest outfit I have, bro. Doesn't matter what it is, I'm
Listen, smoking can be fun and all, but anyone who's done it consistently knows that it can get stale. If you think about it, it probably makes sense scientifically. After you feel the same stimulus, you'll eventually grow jaded to it. But people who don't smoke almost always take the high experience in entirely new ways. So I decided to get a group of friends together that have never smoked to test this hypothesis. I don't have a lot of friends though, so it was only 2 people, so please don't comment on that. But my lucky individuals were the legend Cameron and my friend Jaime. Jaime showed up to my house first, and completely unannounced to me, he came in full Joker face paint. When I saw this, I got the feeling that this night was gonna be really funny or really scary for Cameron. I didn't know how he'd take this once he saw it high. But eventually, young Cameron pulled up, and I gave the 2 of them edibles because they didn't want to hurt their little lungs. So while we're waiting for these to hit, I really start hyping the whole thing up to these guys. Alright guys, listen, this is gonna actually change your lives. This is gonna be the best experience that you've ever had. And Jaime was like, hee, I'm the Joker. And not even 10 minutes after consumption, Cameron swore he could feel it already. That was cap though. It was all placebo at this point, but he believed it with his whole heart. It didn't help that Jaime started gaslighting him like, yeah, you definitely feel it, man. I think I'm actually starting to feel it too. Holy fuck, I'm so fucking high. So Cameron lays on the bed thinking that he's already high, while Jaime just starts getting into my PC. There was very little time before Jaime just opened Steam and bought Honey Pop with my credit card. Trust me, I didn't own this game beforehand. I got a little pissed because bro really thought he was the Joker and intruded into my things, but the game didn't cost that much, so I let it slide. The only thing I hoped for is that once this gummy hit Jaime, this game didn't make him go off and do something the real Joker would never even think of doing. After 30 minutes, these gummies actually started to hit Cameron, and he explained it was like it felt like he was driving a car. Bro was laying on his back with his arms up in the air like, oh my god guys, I'm going so fast, I can't slow down. And as soon as he stood up from the bed, Jaime charged him holding a yoga ball, screaming, holy fuck, there's a car coming, and launching Cameron back into the bed. Bro would not let Cameron get off the bed. Every time he tried to get up, he just got launched back to where he started. I was watching him get bullied before my very eyes, but I decided not to intervene. So after Cameron got launched a few more times, he started explaining how the impact of every crash was turning his insides into mush. He used the analogy that he felt like an orange that still had the peel intact, but the fruity inside part was smashed. This is when I decided to actually make an intervention, and I stole the yoga ball from Jaime. He was getting a little too in character with that Joker face paint. Jaime started throwing a little hissy fit and crying, so he walked away and started playing Honey Pop again. So I took the opportunity to really interview Cameron. So Big Dog, explain to me how you're feeling, Big Dog. And bro started smacking his lips together super loud. This was some audible lip smacking until he explained, my mouth tastes really good. Like, I feel like I don't have to eat anymore for the rest of my life because my mouth tastes so good. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, Big Dog. And upon further inspection, the reason that he felt this was because all the impact from that yoga ball made him bite his tongue and he was slightly bleeding. I didn't want to bring attention to all that, so my plan as the professional in this situation was to give him yummy food and hopefully he wouldn't notice the blood in his mouth. So I'm like, are any of my little boys hungry? And immediately those 2 go feral. Those first time munchies hit hard. So I pull up the classic McDonald's Postmates and Jaime takes my phone like, let me pick what I want. I'm the Joker, baby. Chicken nugget. I want chicken nugget. I'm on it. Let's get some of these chicken nuggets. So Jaime starts spamming the chicken nugget button and orders 50 chicken nuggets to my damn house. As an empathetic individual, I knew the long wait for the Postmates to arrive would be harrowing and brutal for these 2. I decided I needed a distraction so they wouldn't complain about it taking too long. Mainly Jaime. So I pulled out the iPhone projector and started playing Five Nights at Freddy's game theory lore videos because I know Jaime loves those. After not even getting a few minutes into the video, I came to the realization this was actually a terrible mistake because it started to make Jaime genuinely tweet. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is the worst thing that ever happened to the series. What is Blood yapping about?
I don't know, man. I'm really hungry.
It totally has all the pieces for a dream theory to be true, but no.
Is this like an
issue? Like, should we stop him? I don't know if this is bad for his health or something.
toy missing its beak?
I don't know, man.
And what the fuck is Juniors? Why don't people realize FNAF 3 takes place in 2015? 30 years refers to 30 years since the original murders in 1985, not 30 years since the first game. That makes no sense.
Luckily, the Postmates notification cut him off, and it was chicken nugget time. Let's go. So we ran downstairs, got the food, ran upstairs, but as me and Cameron got to the bedroom, we decided we needed water with the nuggets so that we didn't choke to death. Before we went back downstairs, though, I decided to snap a little picture of the scene in front of me, because seeing Jaime in Joker face paint playing Honey Pop with 50 chicken McNuggets was something I didn't want to forget. But unknown to us, this would quickly become a top 10 moments caught before disaster image. So we go downstairs, fill up the water in the slow refrigerator faucet, and head on up. And in that short amount of time, Jaime had eaten every single one of the 50 chicken nuggets. What the fuck happened to the nuggets, dude?
Oh my god, no. Why?
And he just stared and laughed. The worst part is he didn't even eat these nuggets because he was hungry. He ate them because he thought it would be funny if we came back and they were all gone. And considering that he ate 50 nuggets in the period of a few minutes, it didn't take long for Jaime to run to the bathroom throwing up. And honestly, he deserved it at this point. Bro has been acting a fool for hours. He deserves to feel some of the pain he inflicts on others for a change. Immediately after he finished at the toilet, he got right back to playing more Honey Pop as if nothing happened. He had a serious grind to commit to still. Cameron, on the other hand, wasn't feeling all that great after the nugget disaster. Bro was crying his eyes out and bleeding from the mouth like, I'm so hungry, bro. Is there any more food left, bro? Yeah, dude, there is. I just need to go get it from the kitchen. So I gave Cameron the iPad with Cocoa Melon while I went to order more McDonald's. Cameron immediately became demobilized and fell into the Cocoa Melon trance. But unbeknownst to him, I was about to pull a little debauchery on him because I wasn't about to pay for another McDonald's order. I went downstairs into my kitchen trying to find some good mulch for the boys to eat. I came back with a big bag of Doritos and told the lads that I got the new McDonald's Doritos, my boys. They taste so good. They're way better than the standard ones. And that was enough for him to immediately forget about what Jaime did. I tried to go up to Jaime and ask, so bro, like, how does it feel for you right now? And the only response he would say is, fuck, man, I'm so fucking high, man, holy fuck. To then immediately lock back in and play more Honey Pop. I don't know why he was so locked into this game, dude. Like, he either truly wanted to play this goofy video game all night, or he was just so committed to playing a character that he wouldn't break it for a second. The only eventful moment beyond this was when Cameron dropped the iPad on his face. It seemed that at this point, the night had brought itself to a stalemate. Going back to my hypothesis, the gummies happened to turn Jaime into more of an evil person than he usually is, and it turned Cameron into a toddler. To be honest, I don't think they took it very differently as non-smokers, but also maybe I chose the worst sample group imaginable, I don't know. But anyways, that's the video. Subscribe. Bye! Smoking alone can lead to so many different experiences. Unlike smoking with others, where the dynamic of the group's collective synergy determines the vibe, that vibe is up to you and whatever's going on up in that thick head of yours. In my case, my brain wants to do 5 different things all at once, and I end up led down strange rabbit holes. Just look at this clip I found once.
It's extremely creepy to think about the fact that Mario may be facing a purgatory where he has to face the loss of everyone he failed to protect.
Anyways, during my last late night solo session, I decided to track everything I did in my notes app. So here's what I wrote about the journey. Once I began my high, I realized, yo, I bought this projector the other day just for an occasion like this. So I turned it on and sat in my big chair. I did what I do every time, and I played Snowfall by One Heart on my Alexa. I had created a nice little setting for myself, so I sat back, looked at the ceiling, and existed in it. Then thoughts came over me. I started to have evil thoughts corrupting my mind. The demons were taking over quickly, so before they had a chance to overcome me, I went on my iPhone SE and opened YouTube. The first video that came up on my recommended was called The Quiet Sadness of Mario Galaxy. And after my demonic ordeal, I thought to myself, that's just like me, I gotta watch this one. But as I clicked on the video, I got an advertisement for Pizza Hut's new melts and instantly forgot about everything else. In this moment, all I wanted was to taste these delicious, cheesy new Pizza Hut melts. They looked so unequivocally delicious. All other foods paled in comparison to the melt's greatness. So I clicked on the ad, which sent me to a screen that asked me to make a Pizza Hut account to continue. I tried for like 10 minutes to make an account to no avail, until I saw there was a guest option. But if you're a guest, you still can't order Pizza Hut. God damn it, I can't take this anymore. I'm using Postmates. And then I suddenly got an earth-shattering text message from Roman. Bad news, y'all. My parents are getting a divorce and my dad's in jail. Oh no. Do not fret. Little did I know this message was a bit of a troll. If I had just looked at the message above it that read, Roman, save my divorce voice recordings, I could have pieced it together, but I didn't. The big dog Cole was running a meme sending Roman voice recordings pretending to be his father, saying he was getting a divorce. But again, I didn't realize this. How did this happen? I need to call him. Bro, explain this to me. Yeah, my parents are getting a divorce. My dad's in jail. Really? Yep, he's in jail, rotting and divorced. Well, he didn't seem too bothered by that. Oh god, I'm so hungry. I need that Postmates. I had finally ordered the elusive melts, and while waiting for them, I decided to go back and watch that Mario video. I got probably 1 minute exactly into my viewing until my eyes cheekily shifted down to the first recommended video, being one of those house building process videos. This joint will hit right now, sheesh. As you can imagine, it didn't take long for my brain to start thinking something else. I bet I could build a house. Why don't I just build one right now? I'll play Minecraft and show this guy he could only dream to build a house as good as me. I turned on the PS4 to see the game disc wasn't in, and I'd have to get up from my chair to solve this problem. So I just sat there and did nothing. This allowed my demons, corruption, and evil sludge to coat my mind once again with its wickedness until pizza time! Pizza time! Forgetting the existentialism, I instantly ran to the door to acquire the payload. It seems it was just a little too fast though, because as soon as I opened the door, thanks. It was finally time. The moment we'd all been waiting for. All the blood, sweat, and tears were about to finally pay off in this massive climax of an event. This looks so good. Holy. I took the first bite of the most heavenly food on the face of the planet. It was exactly what the commercial had promised. This melt was quite literally busting in my mouth with every delicate and cheesy bite I took. I devoured the entire thing in roughly 1 minute on my beast mode savagery, and then threw myself back into the big chair. I was finally determined this time to finish the Mario video. I wasn't about to let anything stop me. So as I unlocked my phone, I saw it was still on that house making video, and I remembered Minecraft was waiting for me. But this time, I was changed. After devouring such a great melt, I was feeling formidable and brave enough to get up and put Minecraft into the PS4. I perfectly executed the operation, loaded up a new world, and after 20-something minutes, I made myself the most generic wooden plank house imaginable. Feeling pretty good about this, I opened my phone again, disliked the house building video in an act of ownage and deviosity. Then I got back to my Mario video. Realizing how awesome I was, I felt I couldn't fully relate to the themes of this video as well as 30 minutes ago me would have. But regardless, I watched the whole thing and only paid attention to the visuals and the music since it was all very cute. It was just so nice seeing all of these bright colors and peering into the endless depths of space while listening to the music that by the end of it, I was feeling a tad sleepy. I stumbled my way back to my bed and lay down. As I was falling asleep, I felt as though I myself was drifting through space just like the Mario man himself. It was truly so. The pendulum to a stoner is the equivalent to a peasant's potato farm, meaning it's quite literally the bread and butter of our lives. Because of that, most people end up smoking them for their first time. But for me, this was my second time. I was posted up inside Big Bro Roderick's incredible house one winter evening. We both felt awesome with very impressive looks on our faces. There were supposedly big plans this evening because Roderick was like, I know these 4 people having the biggest, most awesome party tonight, which sounded grand, but there was one problem. Do I know these people though? No. Do they know me? Yes. And that was enough for me to be a little bit hesitant. I don't know, man. They could bully me. Don't sweat it, chap. One little dinghy off this port bow and you'll feel on top of the world. Holy crap, what's that? What is that? It's weed. Boom! This was a top 10 bomba clot moments of my entire life. As I mentioned, I had only ever smoked one time before this, and the parasites in my brain were starting to speak to me. The same parasitic voices that tell me to peek corners in Valorant, gamble more money, and generally overextend on things I shouldn't were firing. Alright, Roderick, we've done this once before. I don't see the harm in going for a second. Oh god, it hurts so badly. You can't go crazy like that, bro. You gotta take your time. Oh, alright, I'll do it gently. Are you good, bro? Yeah. Alright, my boy, let's head out and drive to this shindig. As we start to drive, all this time in the car allows me to grasp the gravity of the situation I'm in. The world started to change around me in ways I didn't understand, and I felt an awe-inspiring feeling in my fingertips. I could not act right, and I started to go crazy until immediately locking in, because I was about to enter a home I didn't know with 4 people I also don't know. Hey, bro, if they see me like this, what do you think they'll think of me? Oh, I think you're gonna be all good, bro. Oh my god! I had a bad case of the poo-poo eyes from those Benjamin tokes. You look awesome, dude. You'll be okay. Just put on these cool shades and they'll be very impressed with your style. Whoa, I feel like I'm number 1, dude. So as we pull up to the house, there's only one single objective on my mind. I need to convince each of these people that I'm sober. Because if they see me high, they're gonna think I'm an addicted bum. We walk in through the front door and there's already a major fork in my plans. Roderick had actually brought me to the hose. I don't even know how to act around the hose when I'm sober, and those pen hits gave me slurp juice brain. Luckily, there was only this one girl named Sarah as we walked in, but I kid you not, she looked exactly like the Fortnite Sunstrider skin. God threw a level 10 baddie my way, and I started getting anxiety, but I couldn't forget the objective at hand. I can't let Sunstrider find out that I'm high. Yo, what's up, Sarah? This is Ninja.
Oh my god, Roderick has told me so much about you.
Alright, I can't mess up my first introduction. Yo, haha, that's awesome. Okay, that wasn't bad. Alright, I'm gonna go say hi to everyone else. Bye, guys. God damn it, now I'm all alone with her.
So why are you wearing those shades in the middle of the night?
Off rip, she's going for my weak spot. I gotta change the subject. Are you very impressed with my style? Fuck.
Yeah, you look really cool.
This is too stressful. I need to go somewhere to blow off a little steam. Alright, where's the bathroom? So we go upstairs and she shows me to the little man's room and I start doing push-ups on the ground like, ugh. Fuck yeah, ugh. I'm trying to get a little pump in an attempt to get my head back in the game. But while grunting and moaning on the floor, I can see Sunstrider's feet from under the little crack of the door on the floor. So hopefully, she didn't get the wrong idea from my sounds. But I waste no time to text Roderick, I'm afraid of the hose, bro. In which he replies, don't worry, I'll clutch up for you. So as I leave the bathroom, Roderick comes upstairs with a deck of Uno cards and a bottle of vodka and starts telling us rules like, you two gotta drink every time you draw a card. Sarah, you go first. Bro is taking some big dog initiative in this situation. And then Roderick essentially just falls back down the stairs. Now I'm pretty much locked into playing Uno with this one girl at this point. But I start dicing her up with these draw 4s like I'm a professional at this. And in no time, Sunstrider starts getting all bomba clot from the drink. She starts getting into all this girl talk like,
I fucking hate my friend Melissa. She fucked my ex-boyfriend last week.
And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. While I keep pulling out these draw 4s like nobody's business. Somehow before I knew it, Sunstrider had inched her way to sitting right next to me. She starts taking whole swigs from the bottle and looks at me like,
you haven't drank anything yet. You can't be the only sober one.
Let's fucking go! This whole time I had successfully masked the fact that I was high, and her saying that just confirmed it. So I take a celebratory swig, but then she starts doing some weird shiz, like putting her hand on my thigh like,
fuck Melissa anyways.
please. But it turns out she drank more than she could handle because she couldn't control the volume of her voice, and she said that really loudly. Before we know it, this girl runs upstairs like, what the fuck did you just say? Turns out Melissa was at the party and heard everything. The two other girls come running up from behind Melissa, and a whole fight starts breaking out before I could process what was about to happen to me. Even this girl's little brother walks out of some bedroom. I didn't even know he was in the house, but he starts to get involved in this. I'm just sitting on the floor watching it all unfold until Roderick slowly walks up the stairs behind them and beckons me to come over to him. He's like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but we should probably leave. I'm down, bro. This place is getting a little too heated for me. So we sneak out the front door and drive away. I start telling Roderick about what happened with me completely washing this girl in Uno with no remorse for her soul, and he drops the biggest plot twist of the night. It turns out he had rigged the cards and made every other card draw in my favor so that the girl would drink more and make the situation less awkward with me. So if there's any takeaway from this story, take your time with the Benjamin because it hits very hard. Before you know it, you'll get anxiety from the hose. At one point, we've all consumed more substances than we can take and lost some sort of bodily function. Whether that's the loss of literal control over your body or the loss of your mind, so you just act on all of your primal monkey thoughts, either way, something is lost. So even if this story is the highest I've ever been, if you've watched me for long enough, you'll know that the only thing that I lose is my shame. I have an ability to hard body substances without ever dropping. So at least originally, this night was going to be planned as a mushroom trip between me, Roman, Adam, and Roderick. And I'll just skip the scene setting because I know you just want to see the drugs. So me and Roman pick up 6 grams of shrooms, stop by the Holy Land for snacks, arrive at Adam's luxurious estate, and get inside to prepare for the Ninja content farm. Also, Cameron was there too, so let's not forget about him. Round of applause for Cameron, although he was going to be sober and exclusively doing homework on his MacBook this night. So you got the stuff, my brethren? Yeah, bro, I got it right here. Let's just bust this bad boy open. We got gypped, and the plug only gave us 4 grams, so the 4 of us ended up only eating 1 each. Right after eating these mushrooms, Adam, Roderick, and Roman ran off to probably smoke, but me, I'm more reserved than that. I made the respectable decision to stay back and help Cameron with his homework, and it wasn't because I like him or anything. So me and him bust through a good chunk of these questions until these words start to become a little hard to read, and these mushrooms are making my belly feel a little queasy. Those 3 goons that left before bust through the door and instantly and simultaneously start explaining how the mushrooms feel to Cameron for some reason. It's really cool, bro. It makes me feel really cool. Yeah, it's awesome, bro. It feels superfluously awesome. It makes me feel alive. It makes me want to take someone's life. In between my upset tummy and the juxtaposition from solo Cameron time, it felt like I got punched. Boys, I want to do homework right now. Frick you, yeah, bro. Fuck off, bro. What are you talking about? I was being bullied. You know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh my god. Despite us all having just 1 gram each, they were enough. These were some strong guys. As I had that moment to myself and overcame the queasy, I left the bathroom and everyone was gone. Although, I heard faint music from the porch. As I walked out, I see these 4 are smoking a big dog style cigar in the snow outside, and Cameron was making beats in Logic Pro. Ooh, there's the big homework, baby. What'd you do in the bathroom, bro? Put a diaper on? Did you put a diaper on in the bathroom? Fog homework, bro. Check this out. This was my snapping point. My friends were relentlessly bullying me, and I had to do something now to redeem the great Ninja name I was known for. Give me that cigar, boys. Check this out. Damn, bro, you're not supposed to inhale it. This didn't exactly hit the way I thought it would, but in this moment, a shining opportunity presented itself. Who wants weed, boys? So all of us, minus Cameron, scurry our little feet downstairs into the garage and hop in Adam's classic weed Porsche. Adam pulls out the big dog bong, and I knew this was the time. This was the moment I would fully redeem my stained legacy and go down a legend. I got handed the bong first, and as I held it, all my memories flashed through through me like visions. When Roderick called me a homework baby. When Roman said I wore diapers. It would all be sanctified in this moment. I lit up, and as I'm sucking on this bong, I don't let go. I take the biggest bong rip of my life until my lung capacity can't take a single more milliliter of smoke. As I exhaled, the entire car is filled with smoke, and I'm coughing like Walter White. This shit hearted. Afterward, I just lay down in the back of the car while my body recovered. The bong was passed around a few rotations, but I couldn't take any more, so I just waited until we all finally got out. And once I stood up, I realized how high I was. So as we all stumble back to the bedroom, I go up to Cameron and I ask him, "Bro, let me see the laptop, bro." I had a golden joke cooking. I sit down with Roman in an attempt to open Google Images, search for Patrick Bateman, and my joke was gonna be that I said that was Cameron doing his homework. But I only got to search Patrick in the search bar before I hit enter, which brought up Patrick's star, which had this image from an Amazon link to a Funko Pop that the two of us found a lot funnier than the original joke would have been. But then I took it further by clicking on the image, bringing me to Amazon where I bought it. I bought the Funko from Cameron's laptop on his account with his card and shipped it to his parents' house. I was on fire. I was in my element here. Then Adam brings out the vodka and I'm chugging that thing like a Division I football player. Then Adam brings out the canned wine and I'm chugging those things like a Division I football player. I had completed the holy trinity of substances: earth, water, fire, but I was missing air. And I don't normally do this, but I start ripping Roderick's vape. And with all these substances combined into me, I was just like Avatar Aang. I guess my mind was still on SpongeBob because I really wanted Cameron to play the outro song from SpongeBob on his MacBook. But the video Cameron brought up wasn't just the SpongeBob outro. It was, I put the SpongeBob outro over the end of humanity. And as soon as this video came up, I had another golden bit to come to me. One that would even top the Funko Pop one. Cameron, hold your laptop up so that everyone can see. Boys, this video is something I've worked very hard on over the past few years, and I'm so happy to finally have it come to fruition. You didn't make that, bro. That's a YouTube video. They want you to believe that. But let me continue. As you know, my YouTube channel has grown at an extremely fast rate recently, and I wanted to celebrate the monumental achievement of 200,000 subscribers with a celebration that's fitting. So I've planted 200,000 bombs across New York City, and what you're seeing now is live drone footage broadcasted from my channel. But it's not just New York. The more subscribers I get, the more bombs I plant, until even we are engulfed by fire and explosion. It's just my way of saying thank you for all of the support I've received thus far. As you can imagine, that bit killed it. I could confidently say that my name was saved from the disaster of earlier that night. I walked out of the room and into Adam's library, basking in glory. Like I said, he has a luxurious estate. He has a library. And still vaping, I sit on his oversized reading throne until I passed out for the night. Okay, that's the story. Subscribe. Bye. The relationship with the plug is more impactful on your life as that of your parents. But what precedes that relationship with the plug is a constant and brooding struggle to find the one. Those moments when you struggle to find a plug at the climax of a dark and damp boys' night, it's a formative canon event that bonds us all. Sometimes you come out the trenches dry and you and your boys throw in the towel on finding a plug. But when the gang clutches up and secures that last minute plug for the night, the moment is nothing shy of pure bliss. I can't imagine any other scenario more intense. And in